All right, and welcome to today's episode. Hope everybody's having a good day. Glad to see everybody here. So, we are over at our zoo again. Going to be working on this area over here. I've got an idea for our entrance down in here. I was talking about. So I brought some things and gonna dump them off. And gonna get started. I think the first thing that I need to do is sort of talk about what we're going to do here. So this is going to be our entrance into our hostile mob area. It's all going to be underground. I think that'll be the safest way to do it. And underground means we're going to be doing some digging. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to run over there, grab one of my beacons that's sitting over there in the theme park area, and get it mounted down over here somewhere. Probably somewhere over here. Get some ladders, drop it down. Because my goal is I think I want to take this entrance down, and then I'm going to swing out this way with it and hook. So have a sort of an area right in this area for one of them, and then hook it around back this way, sort of curve it, sort of take up some of this area. And I've even thought about doing sort of a above ground walkway over the top of it, looking down into it with the glass. I'm gonna have to see how that's going to turn out. May do that all underground, where there's a bunch of mobs. Just in general, sort of a free-for-all area that has spiders and zombies and husks and all that. Underneath there, sort of a general area, and then have specific areas to feature one or two of the specific mobs, but sort of have a nice big general viewing area for all the mobs interacting. May put creepers down there. Going to cover it all in with glass to make sure that they can't see anybody more than anything else, and just go from there and see what happens. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a beacon set up over here. Do a little bit of digging, sort of give me an idea of where this area is going to be at, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about what we're going to build right here. As you're coming in here, what we're going to have is our entrance into our hostile mob area. So let me go get the beacon, and then I will be back with you here in just a bit. All right, and welcome back. So we have got our start ready, and we are going to build ourselves a little bit of pixel art that I am terrible at, but we're going to see what we can do it. That's where I wanted there. All right, so I kind of started piecing this together, and we'll see how well this works. Let's see if you guys can figure out what we're doing here. So the whole point of this is going to be the entrance to our hostile mob area. And I wanted something that was going to be, that we haven't done yet, more than anything else. So that was kind of what I wanted to do here. And I don't have all the clay that I want. But that's where our start is going to be. And let's get two more things on here. And then let's see if you can figure out what we're going to be doing here. Let's do that. And then... oops, miss. That and that. Right. Cool. We're gonna do green clay right there. Now, that's the start of what we've got going here. It's going to be so like I said, a pixel art thing. So let's see if we can take a look at this and see if you can see. Yeah, it's going to look pretty good. So Got a couple places here. So this is going to be our entranceway, and we're using this intentionally. And if you haven't figured out what this is yet, we are going to do a zombie villager. And I do not have my eyebrows. But that's what we're going to do here. We're going to do a zombie villager right here. And this is going to be the nose. And the nose is going to be actually where our entrance is at. So I don't know what I'm going to do down here. I'll do something to sort of set that off, make sure that you can kind of see it. And then I'll have a little bit of brown right here, I think. So we'll put the brown right here for that. And then we'll walk down in through his nose, which I think will be a cool little feature coming over from here. So let me go pick up a few more resources. I need to get some black, and I need to get some of the brown. The two things that I forgot for clay. But let me go and go grab that. I do want to show you this, so I did get the beacon going. And this is going to be kind of interesting. So we'll come back to that one. We're kind of doing a couple things at the same time here. So I got our beacon going, and I was digging down, and we ran into something. We ran into an abandoned mine shaft. Step off here. And you can hear we've got our cave spiders. But I was thinking about using this as a natural, digging the top of this away, opening it up. I mean, it's not that far up. You can tell from here we're down a little bit, but we're not that far down. And actually just sort of shaving away all of the tops of this, put glass down, and sort of leave this as it is, light it up a little bit. Figure out how we're going to do that. Really? Die, mob. And, must be back over here. Use this as sort of just the natural thing and save ourselves some digging, maybe. And this thing is sort of have this as sort of a generic area for some of the mobs. Not sure how big I want to do it. Just sort of kind of lighten this up as I was going through. But leave some of the cobwebs, leave some of the ores in here, and just be able to have the mobs sort of naturally wander around in here as part of the feature. I think it'd be kind of an interesting idea. I have no idea how well it's going to work, or even how big this thing is. I mean, I just keep going. I knew it was over there. We ran into it a while back, but I didn't realize that it kept stretching all the way over here. So this is a big one, but I think it's a neat little formation that we can use. Hopefully I can find my way out here. Neat little formation to use to sort of sell the hostile mob area. I think it'd be kind of interesting. Maybe even leave that spawner in there. But I think that's possible. What we're going to do is sort of an open area, and then what we'll do is we'll have little. So we'll make this general area around here, because it looks like that's how far down it goes, and then like right over here have a smaller little area for the skeletons, and maybe a smaller area over underground over here for the zombies. Something like that. Maybe even build up sort of a little mound right here, so this doesn't have to go down as far. I don't know. I'll have to play with it and see what happens. Or maybe I take that mine shaft and I bring it up 4 or 5 levels and just sort of rebuild it. It's an idea. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this entrance first. Got to get first things first, not get sidetracked. So what I want to do is get this built back up. So I'm going to go get some more supplies. And then I will be back with you here in a bit once we get a little more progress done on that one. So I will catch you after the cut. Alright, and welcome back. So let's take a look at this. I got this front face done here. I think it looks pretty good. I can definitely tell what it is. Got AJ Naster over here flying in. So this is what we're going to have over here. And I just put the nose in there to see what it is, just so you can sort of tell what it is. I'm going to build up the sides a little bit better on the back here. And this will probably come out. And what we'll do is, as we go down, we'll fill it in with brown clay to sort of finish up the feel to it, so that as it's going back down, you can kind of see what it's going to be doing here. Something more like that would be my guess. So from the front, you kind of keep seeing the brown as it keeps coming down, so you kind of get the rest of the feel for it once we start filling that in and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go work on the sides of this and dig this down and sort of finish up the look of this entrance more than anything else. So I will be back with you here in just a bit after the cut. Alright, and welcome back. So, we got part of the sides done, got the front done, and our entrance, and for the most part, I think it looks pretty good. Definitely gives an idea. Definitely, people will definitely know what they're going into, and then working our way down. I did a lot more brown clay than I thought I was going to in here, just to get it to show correctly. I mean, this is probably going to open up down here, so I'm not going to put the brown clay down there, but as you're coming up to it, you kind of want to see, we know how we think we know how people are going to be coming from. We think they're coming from over here. That way you can see all the brown that's supposed to be the nose, fills that in as you walk up to it, and then as you get closer to it, you'll stop to admire it. Somewhere around in here we get a full view of it. I may even bring the path less of a curve, bring it over so that you're kind of walking over in this direction, so you kind of get a front-on view of it to show it. But that's what we got right here. Brought these sides up. I need to extend them out a little bit further, and then I think I'm going to just close it up. I'm not going to try and build a mountain around the top side of it or anything like that. I think I'm going to build the rest of this all the way over and sort of seal it up. The only thing that I'm not 100% sure on is what I'm going to do on the top. I think I can get away with not a solid top, but actually put some glowstone with some carpet up there just to keep it mob safe more than anything else. But this has got probably, it's going to come back to about here, I think, and then around. I'll need to go, and I didn't actually, when I was building this in creative, I didn't quite actually make this big enough to. Oh, that was weird. Oh, look. Okay. There's a mine shaft down there that I've already explored. But I didn't really get the whole thing of this thing built correctly out as far as I thought I wanted to go back. I thought, part of me was thinking that I would only go back this far and then bring up this hill up around the side of it. And I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to have that sit out there. The same way that I did a pixel art there. I think there's another one coming out here for the Guardians. I think I want to try and build a Guardian up over here above the aquarium, just sort of to show off what's there. And I need some sort of a sign or something up over the passive mob farm as well. I want to gonna make use of some of the things you can do in Minecraft that you can't do in real life, like getting things up there floating up above. So those are coming, and I think this is the first step I'm going to use here to just sort of say, we're going to use some of this pixel art and so forth. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to dig down a little bit. I'm going to do some mining, dig down underneath here, go down a little ways, see about tying into that abandoned mine shaft down below. I'm also going to go bring some chests over, I think, just in case. Because I'm going to end up filling up my inventory pretty quick here. I think this is how deep I want to go. I don't want to go too deep into the mountain. I don't want to go too deep down. I don't want... I want our pathway to be up a little bit more, and then if we're going to go deeper, people are going to look, especially in this hostile mob area, people are going to look down on the creatures. You can see them from above, kind of thing. That was my idea. So this may go down a little bit further, I think. And let me get so you guys can see what's going on here. down a little bit more than anything. I don't want to go, like I said, too much deeper. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see here. Probably that deep, and I'm going to open it up as well when I get into this next room. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this hallway down here. Now what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to open this up into a room, as it were, sort of introducing people into what's available here. Let's get some light in here so everybody can see. So we got 2, 3, 4, 4. And we're not going to go as far over this way as we are this way, because I kind of want to come into the room and then come over in this general direction with the first first exhibit, mostly so we can turn back. Love the haste on this, being able to just sort of kind of speed dig this out of the way. Want to be able to come in here, have sort of an introduction room, maybe into this, kind of a warning. Hey, you're going in a hostile area. Maybe bring all the books into here. I don't know yet. I haven't entirely figured out what I want this to look like. So I do know I do know for sure I want this room to just be probably going to be a wood room, similar to our stuff at our base for an underground area, and primarily for that. The reason I want to do that is to make this a little bit less intimidating. We're going into the hostile mob area. I want to make this room a comfortable room to come into, a comfortable room to stop in. Like I said, I think I'm going to make this almost like a sitting room with some books people can read what's going to be happening below. And then maybe head out in this direction and see if I can find that abandoned mine shaft. And actually, I think I'm gonna make that a look-down feature of the whole thing. And I may incorporate the skeletons and the zombies, spiders, and so forth, creepers, into this one large area down below. That looks like an abandoned mine shaft that you can observe from above and not actually get into the middle of it. I think that would be kind of a cool look and feel. It will require a little bit of digging. No, down there. So I'm comfortable with that. I don't mind digging this out and making it a little bit bigger. Good to know where the beacon's at. And kind of make this sort of an entrance to it, and then drop it down and sort of wind it around through a part of the mine shaft if we go down that low, and sort of have it as with a glass ceiling on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of fine tuning on this, and sort of get an idea of what I want this to look like in the end. And I don't think I'm going to get to it here this episode. This is something that I've been rattling around the last few days, so I'm not 100% sure what I want this to look like yet. So I do have some other things I want to work on. And I'll show you where we're at on some of those other things. Just a few little errands that need to be taken care of. But definitely wanted to finish our thing up at the top here. And I'm not going to go out there and let a creeper blow up all my good work. But I'm going to go and call it a night. And I'm going to run over back to the Nether Hub, and I will meet you over there right after the cut. Alright, and welcome back. So, got a few other things just wanted to touch base on, and we're going to make our way into the hub for this. Now, I've been doing a little bit of... The hub is... The nether hub here is sort of my pickup project that I got as one of our other players here wasn't able to finish it. So, I worked on the ceiling and getting this done. But I've also been helping out with trying to get this last little bit here. And you can see here I got holes cut in the side of the side here. I'm going to finish these up probably either today or tomorrow. But I've got some of these done. And what we've got is we've got tunnels that lead down underneath the upper part of the hub down into our post office area. I got this one done. I've got this one done. And those two over there. So I've got half of these completely finished. And a lot of these are most of the way completed as well. I just got to get these tied in a little bit. And there's a reason I didn't finish them. And that's because you can take a look at my levels. You can see I died. I was over here working on this one actually. And I didn't do that. But I was working on this one over here, and got myself trapped. Let me take a look at it over here real quick. Come back up on this side. Got myself trapped in here. Was fighting a ghast. Ended up accidentally knocking myself. Fine. Into the floor here, and shot back one of the. I gotta clean. This is where I got cleaned up. Shot back one of the gas fireballs back at him and accidentally hit a pigman. And then I was down there in a little hole. I had 6 pigmen pile into a single block with me and wrecked my world. So that was not a pretty thing. But what we've got in here is where this hub is going to be. These 4 portals we think are going to move down below. This is going to flatten out so that this is more of a place people can just run through to other parts of the area. And then this is going to be, if you're coming in and you're going specifically down to the post office or one of the portals like our world spawn. Into the gold farm upstairs, back into the subway systems, the market. We're going to have heading off into these different directions. But got my post office box here, and looks like I've got another book here, another delivery of the Welsington Times. So this is edition 2. There have been great strides made at the zoo as well as the aquarium at the zoo. A Wandering Nerd is looking for tunnel builders. All those interested should contact him. The sub-counter near the Market District has been completed. You can see all our beautiful faces all looking over the Market District in New Welsington as we speak. If you haven't already checked out the subway line, please do so under the Market Nether portal. And our post office is making great strides to please ensure all the banners to AJ Stry are there as available as possible. And then we had some other things here relative to some pranking and so forth. But I do want to go over, and this is going to be the last little bit that we go, and we'll head over there. Do want to show you our sub-counter portal that we have, our sub-counter over by our market area. So let's go over and take a look at that before we call it a day. Definitely want to show you what's been done there. This has been... this direction here. This has been Obscurum has been working on this, spending a lot of time putting all this together. And I've got a project that I want to do out here with him, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get to it with the zoo and so forth. This has been an on-again, off-again project that he's been doing. But this is a sub-counter of a lot of the faces of the Patreons and the Wells Night sub-count at that point in time. So let's see if we can get a good view of this. It's not blocked. Yeah, right there. There we go. So this is what we've got. This is what he's been doing. It looks really good. Really enjoy what he's done with this, getting all those faces on there, getting it filled up. But that is all that I've got time for today. I'll leave you with this picture and take a look at all the people that are out there. So love to hear your feedback on anything, including, what everybody else is doing. You can leave me a comment down below. You can always find me on Twitter at @awanderingnerd. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, and if you want to see more like this, please subscribe. So until next time, this is A Wandering Nerd.